I absolutely love this thing. Now, I'm going to go through the various things as well as I can in the short time that Amazon allots for these video reviews. And the use is fairly straightforward, even though it can be a little fiddly. The first thing I recommend to do, strongly recommend, is update the software. Now, when you first plug it in, it will say, welcome, connecting, and would you like to configure network, so on and so on. It actually is pretty straightforward. The manual is written in clear, understandable English. I know, right? But it is. And it is actually fairly full in all the various things you can do with this radio. And it takes you step by step on how to initially connect to your Wi-Fi and all that. You just follow through the steps, hit yes, choose add AP, which is your Wi-Fi. The one thing that did throw me was entering in the alphanumeric for the Wi-Fi passcode. It kind of glossed past that, even though it actually told me what to do on the screen. But I'll give you a quick rundown on that, because I did run into a hiccup with that, but it was just user error. Basically, you'll have this little scroll wheel of alphanumerics, A through Z, 1, 2, 3, and special characters. And you scroll through either using the wheel by hitting this, scrolling this wheel, or using the remote up and down to scroll through the letters. Then you hit right to enter in that character and go to the next space. And then you can hit left to delete that character and go to the next backspace, basically. And it is actually a lot easier to use the remote, because with the remote you can just long press the up key or down key and it'll fast scroll. With the wheel you gotta keep turning it. So it's actually easier to use it. And then once you've got everything entered, you hit enter or push the button. Now here's a trick to that. When you get to the last letter or number of your Wi-Fi passcode, don't hit the right button. Don't hit it. It will be highlighted in the little cursor box. Just simply hit enter. Because if you hit right, it will go to the next character and enter a character, the initial character. And I didn't realize that at first, and I had to do the whole thing over again. So yes, once you reach the last character, don't hit right, just hit enter. And then from there, I'll go show you where to do the update. We'll go to home here, and when it first is finished, all I did was show my Wi-Fi networks available. So I hit, like I said, hit the home button here, and it brought me up to configuration. But that's where you want to be. You'll see these little numbers at the bottom, 6 of 6, or that will tell you, page 6 of total of 6 pages. I have to go back to home here, and we'll scroll down. So we'll go down to configuration, hit enter, and scroll all the way down till you get to software update. Hit enter, it will actually connect, and it will download an update. And once it does that, it asks you if you want to install the update. Hit enter again, and it will install the update. So that's where you want to go for that. But it has quite a few options here. Resume, dimmer, does have DLNA support, as well as UPnP if you want to connect via your PC. I'm a Bluetooth guy. I find Bluetooth so much easier and versatile to use than UPnP, Universal Plug and Play. But it does support it, and it actually goes through the general steps of how to set it up pretty clearly, as well as the various options that you have listed there, what they all do. And you can add your favorite URL, your favorite station, manually. You do need a PC for that, but you can do it. That's very cool. As for just the setup, though, I already have a favorite added. But if you go to Internet Radio, hit enter. SkyTune is, I guess, your umbrella network. There's also a search and history. The history will actually show you all the different stations you've gone through. That's neat. We'll have to go here, go back to SkyTune. You do have local radio. How neat is that? But Globe most popular, local radio, Globe all. Globe by genre is what immediately attracted me, so that's where I went first. But I have Globe by region as well. Music, talk base, and then there's 50 categories, just 50 categories alone. And I was scrolling down, and the first thing when I saw ambient nature and meditation, it was like, yeah, let me check that out, because I really like that genre of music. It's what I use to fall asleep to. And it keeps defaulting to the station I'm on. We'll go back here. So go by genre, music. But I just wanted to give you a quick idea of the really interesting stuff they have available. So Asian music, blues, yes, Chinese traditional, how neat. There's Mideast, club, trance, there's rock and roll, separated by decades as categories. Now this European music, heavy rock, very neat. So, but yes, I went to ambient and nature. Let's go back up there. I hit enter, and the first station was when they see popping on the screen was that. It was like, oh, okay, let me check that out. And there's over 87 channels just for that category alone. I was like, how neat is that? Now, the sound is actually pretty good. It really is, from a single speaker, and it can get loud. However, it does have a line out on the back, which actually I'm going to use. I'm going to connect this up to a more advanced speaker system I have in my bedroom, because that's what I love listening to this when falling asleep. So it does have a line out and it does have a headphone jack, but the actual audio out of the speaker itself is actually pretty good. I got it on mute right now. I'm going to take it off. I'll go ahead and mute that. If you've got a bunch of favorites set, you just simply hit the little heart button there, or you can remove it by hitting that. If you add a bunch, you can, when you go into my favorites, select one, you can scan through them by just, pushing the forward button there, and it will skip to the next station. Now, when you're in actual category or a category like I am, it will also skip through easily through the different stations. Well, now I have 87, so if I hit the back key here, hit the wrong key. Hit the back key, or I gotta buffer up. My Wi-Fi is a little slow, but there you go. Just hit that back key right there, and you can go forward or back through the various stations. When I take the mute off. How neat. And of course, same way with going forward. And so it's just that easy. Of course, you have to wait for it to completely connect before it can. There you go. There you go. We're back to Destination Spa. And I guess one last note, when I first started off, I was having the time reset on me over and over again, and that is because I was set to network time. My router is wonky. It's got a mind of its own. So I was set actually to network time, and it kept resetting my time to my router's internal wonky clock. So you can actually, once again, go down to configuration, go to date and time, you get set time format, date format, DST, use network time. You can turn that off. So I ended up turning that off and just manually inputting the time, and that whole resetting to my wonky router stopped. So it does have that option as well. So there's a general breakdown of it. I think it's really cool. It's no more fooling around with Android boxes, because I'll be frank, I've never actually been that satisfied with finding internet music channels using Kodi. I just nowhere as just to the point that this is. I tell you what, so much so that this whole .fm Destination Spa, I even went to their Facebook page, liked it, and bookmarked it on my PC. So it's an awesome way to really explore free radio. So there you have it. You guys have a great one.